Hello everyone and welcome back to our reading of the Metroid Manga or Manga, depending on how you want to pronounce it. This is going to be volume 2 of 2. This was released around 2002-ish to coincide with the release of Metroid Zero Mission and Metroid Prime, a soft rebooting of the Metroid series since the original had come out in 1986 when I was 1 year old on the NES. So they were kind of trying to update it, bring some new lore into it, make a whole canon for us to dive into. It was a good time for Metroid, because up until that point, we'd spent a number of years just stagnating there, with Super Metroid being the last release. And then they gave us Fusion, that rolled into Zero Mission. Good time indeed to be a Metroid fan. So we are looking at an English translation, just like we did for Volume 1. There are 16 chapters total, 8 in each volume. So today we're picking up with chapter 8, Scar. What can you possibly accomplish here on your own? This is the bioweapon created by the Chozo. What a joke! This worthless piece of junk. I do not remember what voice I gave to Ridley. I could just as easily open up the video and see what voice I gave to Ridley, but I think it's funnier if I just don't. Samus's movements are strange. Mother, Samus seems to be exhibiting symptoms of PTSD. It would appear that Ridley has caused her to undergo emotional distress. How unsightly. I can't breathe. Oh. Now this is interesting indeed, because they gave her PTSD in Other M, but none of the other games. And I remember everybody everywhere was mad, because Samus had always been unhuman. Samus had always been this emotionless, kind of robot-esque figure that just went through her missions, shooting, aim and shoot, just running and gunning. And they tried to make her human, and people were upset about that. I personally didn't like how they turned her into kind of a whiny emo kid in Other M, but at the same time, I am somewhat glad that they did humanize her in a way, because she is human at the end of the day. Yes, they infused her with Chozo DNA, but she still has emotions and feelings. She's not a robot. What's this? The inside is nothing but a human female. That explains the stench of... what? Noradrenaline. Okay, that's a word. Oof. Oh, snap. Ah, boom. Ah! Because you're about to die. Seen her before. That might be so. She's the only survivor of the colony K2L, which you attacked along with her parents. She's been under our care. Oh God, grabbed her whole face. Oh, that brat, huh? You annihilated my precious warship and troops. Ridley, you know Samus? It was a terrible experience. Thanks to you, The afterlight exploded and I was also engulfed in flames. Can you imagine how I managed to survive? Shall I tell you what I had to feed my injured body? Flash! I somehow survived by consuming the bodies of your kind, tossed every which way. Foul human flesh. Ooh, did he just throw her? Help! Humans are always weak to the death of their own kind. You don't know? Maybe I even ate your mama so that my cells can live. Is she here? Oh, here. At least pay your respects. No! What a ridiculous story. It's not as bad as yours, old man. What? That's right. Carrying around this useless defective product, welcoming her into our ranks. Is there any bigger joke than this? Be careful with your words. I'm recognized as among the leaders. I won't overlook insolent behavior. If it's so upsetting, why don't you try flying away? What? How will you dispose of this Federation woman? I'll grant you some respect if you'll get your hands dirty. Oh my god. Oh no. What? So this is where the path goes. This place looks like a lab. Hey, oh, how did we pronounce his name before? Hey, Yonzo? Are the prisoners really here? Threats? What is it, Monk? Well, they stumbled onto something here. Oh. What? Why is that old crab getting boiled? I'm glad somebody finally said it. Somehow it seems like they're using the Chozo's technology to adjust their bodies so they can adapt to this planet. Oh, okay. I think I'm starting to understand. So with the space pirates, they're definitely a race of these insect-like, crab-like creatures. But there's a difference between just straight-up space pirates and Zebians or Zebians. The Zebians always seem to be different somehow from the other space pirates, and I guess this is starting to make a lot more sense to me. They too were infused. I guess planet Zebes is very harsh in its environments, and I guess you have to be modified to survive there. Well, unless you're the Chozo, they seem to be fine for whatever reason. Maybe they're just more suited to the environment. There they are. All right, found the prisoners. About 12 or 13 of them. 8 hours left. We'll make it somehow. Okay, let's get ready, Maul. That's... Platinum chest. What's wrong? He's the one who recommended my species to become part of the Federation. Such a pitiful sight. Isn't that good? Huh? You can return the favor to your benefactor. You wouldn't get another chance like this. Okay. I guess that's him saying it. Okay. Yeah. First we have to fight. Then there are the researchers. I'll sneak up on one and take him out first. At my signal, we'll take out the remaining two at the same time. After that, secure the prisoners. And then... Damn, more new guys. Hey, isn't that Samus? She got caught. Why'd you go and add to the prisoner count? What? You can't do it? That's right. The Chozo have a working mental guard. We are incapable of harmful actions. Ah, bullshit. Then you can't become pirates at all. What we provide is leadership, not brute force. Understand this, Ridley. Samus may yet to be perfect, but once the powered suit is fully functioning, she will be released and join us. Understand? More importantly, the advance of the Federation troops is close. Before we get into a tedious argument, we should check the troops. Yeah, you might want to do that, because it's about to fall apart for you, buddy. And Gray, what about them? We've taken the technology that we need. The elders are worthless now, right? This is as good a time as any. We're all so tired. I hate mindless games. Do as you like accordingly. Your own way. Even though he's a Chozo? He's betraying them? I see. So you acknowledge our way of doing things. All right. Welcome to the Space Pirates. Oof. So yeah, there's there's some character growth for you there for old Sammy. I mean, she was just, 3 years old, I think Volume 1 said, when Ridley invaded their colony and killed everyone, including her parents. And, yeah, I guess she would have PTSD from that. You're right. She really would. But then she kind of got over it, and she fought Ridley multiple times. She fought him on Zebes twice. She did not fight him on SR-388 in the original canon for the Game Boy version of Metroid 2, but Samus Returns, he did kind of appear. Wasn't he like a mechanized robot version of himself? Ridley's a little bit confusing across the Metroid canon. Sometimes he's a robot, sometimes he's not. I want to say Mecha Ridley is a completely separate entity. Not even, like, there's Ridley, then there's Meta Ridley. I don't think they're the same person, deity, creature, whatever, but I could be wrong. With me, I tend to try to take the various medias, fandoms, or whatever that I'm into or part of or whatever at face value, and though I like doing little episodes like this, and I do a lot of looking at behind the scenes footage for Jurassic Park and World on my channel, I honestly don't go to Reddit. I don't interact with other super fans. I don't get super deep into the lore despite my namesake. I kind of take a lot of these things at face value, so sometimes I might not know what a lot of the other fans might know when it comes to super important details for these things, but hey, they turned her into a human. They gave her a little bit of a backstory, which is great. What more can you ask for? I don't know. We all have mixed feelings about Other Rim. At the end of the day, we really do, but it is what it is. All right, I'll see you guys in the next chapter.